Most men think women are impressed by money, looks, or charm. That might be partly true. But what if I told you there's something far more powerful than all three combined, and most men never realize it? What if the real key to attraction lies in understanding invisible, emotional, trigger secret buttons that even women themselves don't fully know exist? Women, just like men, have hidden desires and subconscious emotional reactions they can't always explain. But if you can learn to read these signals, you'll change the way they see you forever. Most men spend their lives trying to impress women with wealth, appearance, or charisma. But the truth is, those things are just surface level. Real attraction is rooted in psychological insight, a quiet but incredibly powerful tool. In this video, we're diving deep into 10 hidden psychological triggers in women emotional weak points that, once understood, will completely transform the way you connect with them. 1. The power of emotional certainty. Women are emotional beings not because they're weak, but because emotions play a central role in how they make decisions, especially in relationships. And one of their biggest hidden vulnerabilities is a deep need for emotional security. A woman doesn't just crave passion or excitement. What she truly wants is stability, the feeling that she won't be abandoned when things get hard. That's why women are subconsciously drawn to men who remain calm and composed, even when the world feels chaotic. On the other hand, a man who's overly reactive, moody, or emotionally dependent on her will quickly lose his appeal. Why? Because that signals emotional weakness. If she feels like she has to carry your emotions, the roles have reversed. She becomes the stable one, and you become the fragile one. That dynamic kills attraction almost instantly. Be the calm in the storm. When she's upset, you stay grounded. When things don't go your way, you don't panic. When life throws challenges, you handle them with quiet, steady confidence. That's when you become her emotional safe haven, often without her even knowing why. There's a basic truth about human nature. We value what is scarce. Just like diamonds, luxury cars, or limited edition sneakers, what's hard to get is what we crave the most. Women operate on that exact same principle when it comes to attraction. One of their hidden psychological triggers is this: they're deeply attracted to men they can't fully possess. Men who are too available, too eager, or too obvious in their interest may win some attention, but they rarely inspire deep desire. On the other hand, the man who maintains just enough distance, who keeps a bit of mystery, that man activates something powerful within her. The curiosity, the uncertainty, the desire to chase these feelings come alive when a man doesn't give himself away too easily. And that's just the first 2 of 10 hidden psychological triggers most men overlook. So what happens when you learn to tap into the rest of them? Let's move on to the next section where we continue unlocking the emotional mechanisms that, when understood, make you absolutely magnetic. As we mentioned earlier, women are naturally drawn to what they can't fully have. That emotional distance, the mystery keeps them coming back for more. 2. Women are drawn to emotional distance. Have you ever wondered why women sometimes go crazy over men who seem indifferent or hard to read? It's not because they enjoy being ignored. It's because, at a subconscious level, uncertainty increases perceived value. The key here is simple: don't always be available. Make her wonder, when will I see him again? Maintain your independence. Show that your world doesn't revolve around her. That's what creates real attraction. Reveal yourself slowly. Don't rush to share everything about who you are. Let her uncover you layer by layer. A man becomes boring the moment he's too easy to read. When a woman feels like she's already won you, her excitement starts to fade. But if you always keep part of yourself just slightly out of reach, she'll keep chasing, because the mystery keeps her hooked. 3. The hidden power of a deep voice and presence. Here's one of the most underrated psychological triggers: a deep, controlled voice and strong presence. Studies have shown that men with deeper voices are often seen as more confident, dominant, and trustworthy. And it's not just personal preference, it's evolutionary psychology. A deep voice sends subconscious signals of high testosterone and strong leadership qualities, which women are biologically wired to find attractive. But it's not only about how you sound, it's about your entire presence. Women melt for men who can walk into a room and instantly command attention without saying a word, without trying too hard. Presence is what you radiate before you even speak. It's in how you carry yourself, how you walk with purpose, how you maintain calm eye contact. A confident man doesn't fidget, doesn't rush. He moves slowly and deliberately, like every gesture matters. On the flip side, weak presence shows through slouched posture, anxious movements, and an unsure voice. Even if a man isn't aware of it, these subtle cues signal low confidence. If you want to captivate women effortlessly, master your presence first. When your inner energy is strong, women feel it without you having to say a single word. 4. Women can't resist a man who walks away. Want to trigger a woman's deepest emotional fear? Walk away like you don't need her. One of the most powerful hidden weaknesses women have is their emotional reaction to loss. It's basic human psychology. We always value what we're afraid of losing. Most men do the opposite. When they sense a woman pulling away, they chase harder, texting, explaining, apologizing, begging to fix things. But all of that only proves one thing. They need her more than she needs them. And the moment a woman senses that imbalance, attraction vanishes. A man who can walk away without hesitation shows the highest form of confidence. Without words, he's saying, "I'm not desperate for you. I have options. My self-worth doesn't depend on your validation." And that mindset, that's exactly what makes women respect you and desire you. So what about the rest of the psychological triggers most men never notice? What other hidden buttons can you learn to recognize and use to your advantage? Let's keep going. In the next section, we'll uncover even deeper layers of attraction most men never think to explore. In the last part, we discovered a powerful truth. A man who's willing to walk away isn't weak. He's the one women respect and secretly crave. Now, let's dive deeper into more hidden psychological triggers that make women feel magnetically drawn to a man. 5. A man with a mission is her kryptonite. Surprisingly, a woman's biggest weakness isn't a man's looks, money, or even his charm. It's his sense of purpose. Women are instinctively attracted to men who are driven by something greater than themselves. A man with a clear mission, whether he's building a business, mastering a craft, or chasing a personal goal, instantly becomes magnetic. Why is that? Because purpose brings focus, discipline, and independence, 3 qualities that women find impossible to resist. The mistake many men make, they make the woman their mission. They put her at the center of their world, prioritize her above all else, and make her feel like she's the only thing that matters. Ironically, this kills attraction. Women don't want to be your entire world. They want to be part of something bigger. A man on a mission doesn't wait around for her messages, and he doesn't drop everything the moment she calls. He's focused on his own journey, and that's exactly what makes him irresistible. So ask yourself honestly, what are you building? What are you chasing? If you don't have a mission, women will feel that void and they won't stay. 6. The paradox of controlled vulnerability. Here's something most men get wrong. Being vulnerable doesn't mean being emotionally messy, and being strong doesn't mean being closed off. Women are weak for men who understand the paradox of controlled vulnerability, those who are emotionally open, but still grounded in strength. A lot of men assume women want constant emotional expression, sharing everything, crying openly, seeking comfort all the time. But that's not true. While women do crave deep emotional connection, they're turned off by men who overshare, complain, or constantly seek emotional validation. So what's the right balance? Share your emotions, but only from a place of control. Acknowledge your struggles, but only after you've overcome them. Let her into your inner world gradually, not all at once. A man who understands this dynamic creates something powerful. When he chooses to open up, He makes a woman feel truly special, but he never does it from weakness or emotional neediness. Think of it like this. Your emotion should be like a deep, ocean visible, powerful, but never chaotic. Just enough for her to feel connected but never overwhelmed. Women are drawn to men who have the courage to be vulnerable but the strength to do it on their own terms. So, what other subtle psychological triggers are shaping the way women respond without them even realizing it? In the next part, we'll unlock even deeper insights into the hidden layers of female attraction that most men never notice. We've already explored how women are drawn to men with purpose and those who master the delicate art of emotional control. Now, let's step into a lesser-known truth women constantly test men, often without even realizing it themselves. 7. Women are programmed to test your strength. Most men have no idea that women test them all the time. These tests aren't random, they're subconscious tools women use to figure out if a man is truly strong and grounded. She might question your opinions not to argue, but to see if you can stand your ground. She might create small conflicts just to observe whether you stay calm or lose control. She might even act cold or disinterested to see if you'll crumble or stay centered. These aren't signs of a difficult woman. They're instinctive filters to weed out the weak. So, what's the secret? Never react emotionally. Stay cool, smile, and remain unfazed. If she challenges you, respond with quiet confidence, not defensiveness. If she pulls away, don't chase her. Let her come back on her own. The man who passes these tests becomes the one she can't replace. And here's something most guys miss. Women only test men they're attracted to. If she's testing you, it's actually a good sign. Just make sure you don't fail. 8. Confidence in the face of rejection is irresistible. Most men are terrified of rejection, but the few who face it with calm confidence, they become untouchable. Women are powerless against men who handle rejection like it means nothing. A man who can smile, shrug it off, or even turn rejection into a light joke, he's showing unshakable self-worth. Think about it. Insecure men fear rejection because they think they have no other option. Confident men don't care, they know their value. If a woman turns you down, just say, "No worries, you're a loss, hope you have a great day." Smile, nod, and walk away. No second thoughts, no drama. The key? Don't let rejection affect your energy. A man who can take it in stride becomes magnetic. Rejection itself doesn't hurt, attachment to approval does. The moment you stop fearing rejection, women will sense your power and start chasing you. 9. Women obsess over men who are hard to read. When a woman knows exactly how you feel all the time, the mystery vanishes. And when there's no mystery, there's no chase. Women are drawn to men who keep them guessing. This isn't about playing games, it's about maintaining an element of mystery and unpredictability. A man who's too easy to read, he always texts back instantly. He spills his emotions too soon. He constantly asks for reassurance. But a high-value man, he holds back a little. He replies when he wants to, not immediately. He shares just enough to spark curiosity, but not everything. He carries himself with calm, cool unpredictability. Curiosity fuels desire. If she always knows what's coming next, the excitement fades. But the man who stirs her imagination, he's the one she can't stop thinking about. 10. A man who controls his desires controls everything. This is the final and perhaps the deepest weakness women have. They can't resist a man who is in control of himself. Most men are ruled by desire. They chase women, seek validation, and let lust steer their actions. But the truly powerful men are the ones who master their urges, not the other way around. Women are naturally drawn to men who don't chase blindly, who choose intentionally, who aren't desperate for intimacy or validation. These men have standards. They have self-discipline. They don't let pleasure distract them from purpose. The moment you stop chasing women is the moment they start chasing you. A man who can say no, walk away, and keep his mission above momentary temptation, that is the man women crave. Because at the end of the day, attraction isn't about tricks, it's about mastering your psychology and your self-control. Women are magnetically drawn to men who embody strength, direction, and self-respect. And when you build those qualities within yourself, women won't just want you, they'll need you. In the final part, we'll look at how to apply these principles in real life, so you don't just understand them, but start living as a man who can't be replaced.